This video is going to look at three things. In the one video, we're going to look at how you use heading styles to do particular things, how you change heading files to look the way you want, and how you then insert a table of contents. So here's what we're looking at. So if I have a document and it's got a series of headings in it, I'm just going to put those in right now. Okay, so I've now got some information here. So I've been asked to write a science report, and here are all the different things, and I've got these headings, and I've got things that I'm saying. And what we're going to do is we're going to use heading styles as a way of making this report look far more professional. Now, the first thing I would suggest is that I'm going to cover a range of different skills here. I'd be putting a page break in here to get this onto a new page. There are different ways to do page breaks. You can just go insert and do it through there, but I'm going to suggest that you don't. Honestly, the way to learn is to click your mouse where you want the new page to go and go Control Enter. So I'm holding down Control with one finger and I'm pressing Enter with another finger, Control Enter. And what it does is I'm going to zoom right out so you can see this, is it puts my information on different pages. So if I want conclusion on a new page, Control Enter. If I want this, I can't even see it right, but I'm figuring that's a heading, Control Enter. So I get each of these things onto a new page. It makes your report look far more, especially when you've got something real to say, it makes your report look far more professional. So by going Control Enter at different spots, I'm forcing all these headings onto new pages. Now I'm going to go and look at each heading. And you could go into each one and you could say, I could choose a font and I could choose a size and so on. I know you know how to do that sort of stuff. Italic, underline, and how about everything goes red. You can do that. But then you've got to go and do that to each one, and it won't create a table of contents for you later. I want you to learn how to use heading styles. See the word styles there? I'm under the Home tab. Here's styles, and there are all these, I'll click this drop down, all these different styles in here. I want you to look at the heading ones. For now, I'm going to click on my major headings and click heading 1. Did you notice I'm not actually highlighting all of the word? I'm just clicking in it. Just clicking in it. And when I click heading 1 up here, it applies that look to each heading. Right now, most of you will be thinking, yeah, good on you, but I don't like that look very much. I want to show you how to fix that later. And introduction. So they've all got the same thing going on. And for this page here, I'm going to actually suggest that you guys get really good at learning about insert cover page. Make sure you have a look at this. When I go insert cover page, it offers me a whole range of different looks automatically created for me for a cover page. I'm going to use that one for no particular reason. So insert cover page, choose one, and I can say science report about water. Looks at water in different ways. And within it, I'd probably be deciding where I could put other information like okay, it's interesting when you start using this that you actually can't. You'd have to spend some time working out how to use it really flexibly, but I would probably write by Mr. Simpson, and you could write more. You can work out how you want to do it. Teacher, Mrs. Wilkins, and so on. And so you can use, there's all these different sorts of cover pages available to you. Find the one that's going to work for you best, and even have a muck around with enable content updates from Office, and you can get more online. And there are loads of them available here for you to use. So do have a look at that. So I've got my nice pretty cover page now. So that's not needed. I'm just hitting delete until I get this page back here. Now here is one huge reason we use headings. It allows you to create tables of contents. When you think about a document, the table of contents usually comes after the first page. So you have first page, table of contents, then all of your stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blank page here by clicking on the front and going Control Enter. Nice blank page. And I'm going References, Table of Contents, click. And I'll zoom in on that. And what it's done is every time in the document where I made something a heading 1, it's grabbed that and put it into this table of contents and told me what page it's on. That is really useful. You could type it by hand. It'll take you ages. This does it all for you automatically. Now, if you have some subheadings going, I'm going to do a subheading here. Who's in the group? My group had Mr. Doherty, Mr. Shaheen, and Mr. Marsh. And I'm not going to make this one a heading 1. I'm going to make this one, back on home, that's where the styles are. I'm going to make this one a heading 2, because it's not a major heading, it's a subheading. Notice this hasn't changed. To get that change in, you click on it. And at some point this will turn up. I double clicked and this turned up. I'm going update table, update entire table, and now my subheading, you can tell it's a subheading because it's been moved in. So that actually looks really good. And so I've got major headings and subheadings all within the table of contents. You just have to remember, if you do add a new heading, go back and update the table. So what we've looked at so far is how do I use heading styles. Click on a heading and go and choose the heading style from up here. Then we've looked at why are they useful? Because they give you a table of contents. The last thing is, yes, but what if I don't like how they look? So I want to show you how you change the look of it. So if you click, actually you don't need to click on the heading, you can be clicked anywhere. If you come up to the headings up here, if you right click a heading, so right click where it says heading style up there, heading 1, and go modify. I can change the look of my headings. I don't want it to be that color. I want it to be red. I don't want it to be Cambria. I want it to be Adobe Gothic. I want it to be larger. So I can make, and I'd like it to be underlined, please. And I can then, once I've done that, if I click OK, as I go through my document now, all of my heading 1s have automatically been changed to that look. What that means is your document looks really consistent. It starts to look really, it just looks more professional. Now I want to do the same to heading 2. I would encourage you not to use too many different fonts. They tend to say use no more than 2 to 3 fonts in an entire document. I actually think it looks especially good to stick with a very similar look between your headings. So the only difference for me is I'm not underlining it and it's a bit smaller. So that's how I'm doing it. That's a crazy looking font. Why has it stuck the S over there? I don't know, but you can muck around with headings however you want. So it was right click the heading style and modify. So you can make these ugly looking headings look the way you want them to by right clicking and modifying them. They're good because they make your document look more professional. They're especially good because they let you create a table of contents at the beginning. In this tutorial, we've also looked at inserting page breaks and inserting title pages. I hope that helps you with some of your skills.